Hello, Form 4 Biology Chapter 9 Video number 11. New title, Assimilations, or what's meant by assimilation in Chinese. I check dictionary, they tell me 同步作用. And for the Chinese meaning, I not really understand what's meant by assimilation. So the best 最简单的答案看这边. Okay, your notes, page number 1. 你的 notes 的第几面呢 ？Assimilations. Page number 12 again 还是第12面 assimilation. So the process where the nutrients are used, okay, 用掉你身体里面吃到的养分 to form the complex compound or structure components. To form the complex compound in your body, 把它变成你身体里面的复杂的化合物 okay, or structure component. Another meaning 简单的说 making your glucose, making your amino acid, making the fat into your hair, into your eyes, into your tissue, into your muscle, into whatever 啦，把你吃的养分食物呢变成你身体的结构，任何一个部分。So this is a process called assimilation， 同步作用。还是我的字典不好 ，I don't know. Okay, you check for me 啦 if you free. But how is the process of assimilations? Assimilation 的过程呢，到底是怎样的呢 ？So now we look at the diagram first. 我们看我们的图片，然后才继续了。OK， 来。When we talk about assimilations, we having two types of assimilation. 我们有两种的 assimilations. Number one, copy on your notes. You can add into your notes. Assimilation in the liver, 肝里面的 assimilation. 在肝发生的 assimilations. Or number two, it will be assimilation in the cell, 细胞里面发生的 assimilation. So assimilation in the liver and assimilation in the cell. What's the difference? The difference is just a process take place in a different place. 它的差别就是在不一样的地方发生，然后做不一样的事情，这样子罢了。Okay, but you can see the difference in easily after this. 很简单的就能看出它们的差别。So our story start again. 我们的故事现在开始。Okay. So after complete the food digestion in the small intestines, our carbohydrate will be 100% digested, become the simplest carbohydrate called glucose. How about protein? Protein after the complete digestion, it will become the simplest protein called amino acid 氨基酸。And lipid will be 100% digested, completely digested into fatty acid and glycerol. But when they are absorbed by the villi of the small intestine, fatty acid and glycerol, they condense again, 它们凝聚起来 become the lipid again. 很奇怪，对不对？无聊，不知道做什么。Okay, so now we go one by one. How the three types different food here? They are assimilated in our body. 它怎样在我们的身体里面变成有用的东西呢？ So glucose and amino acid, they are absorbed by the blood's capillary, 对不对？ And they will be connect together. They will be joined together, become a very big vein, 变成一条很大条的静脉。And this vein going to send the glucose amino acid towards the liver, 送去肝。这条静脉叫 hepatic portal vein, 肝的 portal vein, 肝脏的最大条的静脉啦 hepatic portal vein. Okay. So when the glucose come to the liver, what happens? 当 glucose 来到我们的肝的时候，什么事情发生？ Some of the glucose, okay, so glucose, some of the glucose, they'll be directly sent to our cells through the blood circulatory system for the cell to carry out the process called respirations, okay? Or this is what happen, or this is what we call assimilation in the cell. Cell get the glucose and cell having the process called respiration to produce the energy and ATP, 对不对？这种情况就叫 cell assimilation in the cell. And at the same time, when the glucose come to the liver, okay, if the glucose is in excess, 有 glucose 太多的关系 excess of glucose, they will be converted into the glycogen. 太多的 glucose 如果没有被细胞用完 the excess of glucose will be converted into glycogen, okay, and stored inside the liver, 收藏在我们的肝里面呢 okay. Or when the glycogen is stored inside the liver, what happened? One day the blood glucose will be too low. 有一天你的身体里面的血糖太低 or maybe you are on diet 啦，你没有吃东西 get fit 对不对 ？So glycogen will be again converted back into the glucose and finally supply the glucose for the cell to continue the process called respiration. So the process here will be the assimilation in the liver. 这边就是肝里面的 assimilation， 它将分配你的 glucose。Okay. But when the glucose converted into glycogen or glycogen converted back into the glucose, they need a lot of enzyme. 它需要很多的 enzymes. Okay. Or hormone 它其实需要的是荷尔蒙来的 ，OK？ But the hormone we're going to study later 啦，以后才研究了。So 细胞直接用掉 glucose 就叫 assimilation in the cell， 要不然就 glucose 在肝脏里面变来又变去，又慢慢的分配，这种叫 assimilation in the liver。OK？How about protein? How about protein? Protein finally will become the simplest amino acid， 它就会变成最简单的 amino acid。And some amino acid will be directly sent to our cells, okay, for the process of what? Okay, so some of the amino acid will be directly sent to our cell for the cell to build the nucleus, for the cell to make the cytoplasms, or to synthesis the protoplasm in the cell. 制造细胞里面的东西啦 protoplasm. Protoplasm means nucleus and cytoplasm 呢。它就是 nucleus 加 cytoplasm. Or this is the again assimilation in the cell， 细胞里面的 assimilation. Okay. So when the protein is sent to the cell to build the protoplasm, that means cytoplasm and nucleus, this is what we call assimilation in the cell. Okay, and protein, for example, amino acid also will be synthesized into plasma protein in the liver. So liver convert the amino acid into plasma protein. Or what's mean by plasma protein? 血清蛋白质啦，血清里面的蛋白质。Okay, plasma proteins. This is another assimilation in the liver. Okay, next. But excess of amino acid cannot be stored in the body. 不能收在我们的身体里面。Okay, so excess of amino acid will be converted into urea by the liver. So this is also another assimilation in the liver. 它把多余的蛋白质 amino acid 变成 urea, and the process is called deamination. 就是把那个 amino acid 解散。Okay. And the urea finally will be sent to our kidney forming the urine, and finally they will be removed by using the urine. They will be excreted by the kidney through the urine 就被我们排掉。So the process like this， 这种过程呢也叫 assimilation in the liver， 就是肝里面怎样把我们的食物处理掉，有时候变成各种各样的东西，有时候送去细胞。Okay, next, the last. How about the lipid? Okay.So lipid finally become fatty acid inside the small intestines. They condense again into the lipid, absorbed by the lactose, and sent to the lymphatic vessel. Lymphatic vessel will connected into the lymphatic systems, and the system finally going to use the lipid to make what? Okay, to synthesis the what? Plasma membrane. 用来做 plasma membrane. Okay, or still remember our phospholipid bilayer. Or also the cholesterol that making the plasma membrane, actually the main material will be the lipid. 它最重要的成分就是那个 lipid. Okay, so lipid normally will be used to make all the cell membrane. And sometimes the lipid or the fat will be in excess. So excess of fat and lipid, they will be stored under our skin. 收在我们的皮肤下面 as adipose tissue. They're going to keep you warm. They're going to make you fat. Okay, so this is what happened, or this is the assimilation in the cell. 细胞里面的 assimilation. Okay, so these are the example of assimilation for the glucose, amino acid, and lipid inside our body. Some of them take place in the liver, some of them take place in the cell. So we're having two types of assimilations. Okay, so the next video we continue to discuss further 一样的东西来的。Okay, bye bye.